by far the hottest practice we've had. I say the second closest was like 50 degrees. Today was like 85.
Yeah.
So it was good. Yeah, it gets you ready for the summer. We'll have time off in May to be running around in the heat at home and stuff like that. So we'll be ready to go. It's very different. I mean, it's not even. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it's very different than regular practice. So it's kind of in a category of its own. It's not a scrimmage. It's really, we get work in, but it's not like a regular practice. I should say. I don't know. I've just been working on myself and working with my receivers, and that's all I can do. So that's what I'm going to do.
You feel pretty good about the way you played this spring and the way things have gone?
Yeah, I think I played well this spring. So going into summer, just looking to keep improving. Finish out school. It's my last semester of school, kind of like real school, and then we're do the post-graduate whatever business. So I'm very excited about that, to be done with school. And then after that, going to be probably I'm heading down to Florida with Jaden's draft party with a couple guys, so that'll be fun. I get to see him, dream come true for him, and that'll be awesome. And then just train. I'll probably be down in Florida doing some stuff. And then I'll be at home working out with my dad and working and lifting and running. So get ready for the summer. It's a big difference, having those numbers and also having the guys that you're used to playing with. That's not a knock at all on the guys last year. Just there's some guys that were in there that hadn't really played before, or you're just kind of they're getting their feet wet. So this year, playing with a bunch of guys that I played with last year, and then bringing the new guys along too, and intermixing them is good. You're saying going into 2021?
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah, kind of similar. We were picked top 4 or bottom 4 teams going into 2021, which was something. But this year, I have no idea where anybody has us. To be honest, I'm sure they don't have us ranked first in the country. So. I don't really pay attention to the preseason stuff, and I'm not on Twitter and doing all that, so I really don't know what the outside thinks. But we're just working with the guys that we got and working to put ourselves in the best position to go win. Yeah, the communication aspect on the offensive line is huge, and understanding how one guy plays versus the other. Simple pass pro, when you got to set on the same plane as each other. You got to work together. If you're on different levels, there's no pocket. It's not going to work well. So getting used to playing next to a guy that you're used to playing with, right guards, right tackles, they are like buddy-buddy. Left guard, left tackle, they're like their own little friend group. They're all working together, but there's a different bond between the guy you play next to. And so those guys get used to playing with each other, communicating with each other, and then actually working double teams, working pass sets, all that stuff. So it's good. Let's see. Keon Coleman was good last year. He's even better than he was last year. He looks great. And then, honestly, my roommate, Kate McDonald, not that he was not good last year, because he was good last year. He's looked outstanding this year, and that goes for a lot of our receivers. Trey Mosley has been moving in and out a little bit. He hasn't been playing all the slots, so he's moved out a little bit. So he's been getting kind of back to that, because he played that, I think, his freshman year. And so kind of moving in and out, is helping him too. So it's been good. It's really important. We're not drop back 50 times a game and go sling it around, So if you don't have a run game, that does disrupt your offense, because some teams don't care if they don't run it. They'll just drop back and just chuck it around, and they just hand it off every 5 plays. And if they get a gain of nothing, they don't care. That's not us. We're a balanced offense, and so if one of the two is not working well, it's going to affect the other one. So if you're not throwing it well, it's going to affect the run game. If you're not running it well, it's going to affect the pass game. So that's just how balanced offenses go, and that's how our offense is going to be. I thought it's been good. I thought we've been doing good things in the spring. I thought guys have been creating some holes for our backs to run in, and our backs are finding that place to fit in and go. And I think they're running well. So it's been good so far. We'll keep building on in the summer, and then once fall camp hits, it'll be go time. Yeah, we're just playing. We're going out there and playing. We're not playing against each other. I'm not dropping back at safety, and neither is Noah, neither is Caden. So we're just working together and reading defenses, working together in the meeting room, and doing all that. So it's been good. Yeah, Montori Foster's been playing well. He's back healthy, which is good. Christian Fitzpatrick's playing well. He's been working his butt off in the weight room and doing stuff like that, so it's been great. And then, it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Some guys may move around, I don't know. But we're all just going to be working together, trying to get as good as we can, quarterback-receiver relationship. And then whoever's out there game one, that'll be who it is. Yeah, it's by having another good receiver or two, So if you got two guys lined up on the outside and they're both damn good players, you can't really bracket one because the other guy's going to be one-on-one, and you'll just keep feeding him. And that's kind of what happened the Illinois game. Honestly, they didn't really play bracket coverage, but they put their top 10 pick corner on Keon, and I think I threw one ball that game. And it was just simply because that guy is really, really good. And I'm not saying Keon's not, because he is too. And then the corner on the other side, no disrespect to him, but he just isn't the same player as the other guy. So, and that was Jaden. So threw in the ball a bunch that game. And so that's how it works. So you got to read the defense. You can't just go, I'm just going to chuck it over to Keon, even though he's double covered. So you got to have other good receivers, and then also concepts. You work that to get guys open. You can't always just say, okay, they're going to double them, so forget them. Sometimes you move guys around and you get guys open different ways. So that's how it works. He's so smart that he understands them all. He understands space. That's huge. That's a quarterback's best friend is a receiver that understands space. And so you move him inside, he's going to get open still. If a linebacker's guarding him, he's going to be open. Nickel's guarding him, same thing. So it would just be a different body there, something you're not really used to seeing. But he could easily do that. Yeah, we got good guys. We got 3 young guys who are, I think this was their first spring. And they're all working hard. They're doing good things. They're doing what they need to do. Some of them need to get stronger. Some of them need to get faster. Some of them need to sharpen up their route running, and they're doing that. So we're meeting on the side and working on those things, and it's showing. The progress is showing, and so it's been good to see from those guys. They're devoting their time and effort into getting better. And if you don't have that, then there's no prayer for you getting any better. So they have that, which is good, and we're going to keep building on that, and we're really going to attack it in the summer. Yeah, it's not something I've never done before. When I went out there my senior year of high school, he wasn't there either, and that's when Cade burst onto the scene in high school. So that's what I plan on doing this year. Going out and working with the guys that we do have, because we do have good players, and going and having a good year with those guys. That's what I did in high school. I had my best year of high school my senior year, and we put up big numbers. So I don't see why we can't do that this year.
Oh, so you don't need Jaden then?
Well, I love having him. He's still living at our place. This is his last weekend, so it'll be weird not playing with him. But I can't wait to watch him on Sundays. That might even be more fun than playing with him. So it'll be fun. Yeah, I was focused on my technique and working some things, and working with Coach Johnson on some things. Meeting with him on different offensive stuff and technique stuff, and it's been good. So I feel like my feet have improved like I wanted to. Different technique things up top, I feel like I've improved, and then I feel like I've taken a big step in identifying defense. Not really identifying, because I felt fine with that before, but just kind of understanding if they play this is not going to be open. And sometimes you got to be so quick. The best quarterbacks are quick with their reads, and so sometimes if you identify pre-snap with the coverages and this guy's not going to be open, but he's your first read, sometimes you don't even look at him, because I gotta rely on the defense to play what they're playing and trust that they're going to guard that. So I don't even look at it. I just got to get to my next one and get the ball out. So working on that and really taking a step, and then working with Coach Johnson too on talking through that stuff and being on the same page with all that, and I think we have been. So it's been good, and I feel like we're going to keep doing that through the summer. And we're going to be on the same page once the fall comes around.
Is that the next step for you, taking what sort of the mental side of the game and making sure it always computes physically, so to speak, the things you see at the sort of next level, turning those on into action? Yeah,
I feel like I'm a smart quarterback. I feel like I could say that. I feel like I know the game really well, and then now when you understand, sometimes you sit down, you draw a concept up, and you draw every single defense that you're going to see that year. And you go through it all, and it's like, this coverage, this play does not work. And so if you know it doesn't work, you got to boom, 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 check down, and get it out early. And, that helps the offensive line. That helps move the ball down the field. That helps you not get hit more and, all that stuff. So just getting the ball out and working through that stuff and just being really quick with everything I do. But yeah, that'll help. That's gonna help a lot. It's huge. You know, people talk about that in 2 minutes, especially the most important thing is getting that first down, and then you get rolling. And so the same thing to drive. You know, you want to get that first down. If you get a run and pop 12 yards, that's huge. You know, you just one play, and you're completely changing your percentages of scoring. You know, they have a chart of the whole 100 yards, and it shows the percentages from where you start your drive and how likely it is to score. So if you can get that first down, you just increase your percentage of scoring by, say, 5-10%. So, you know, it's kind of a numbers game almost. But obviously you got to go execute the rest of the way down the field, but it helps a ton. So you got to do that, and I wouldn't say that we're like super focused on it because that's just kind of common sense. So, you know, we're just trying to be successful all the way down the field. Yeah, you know, I think it means a lot because you go through 2 seasons and you've seen a lot of different defenses. You've also seen the same defenses 2 years in a row now, you know, the guys in your division. And I think that's huge too, and understanding how different things work. And then for me, you know, since last year walking out the field at Penn State, I feel like I'm a lot better than I was. I feel like I'm more myself. I'm healthy again and able to move around. And after watching the season and watching different technique stuff, you know, I was kind of putting two and two together. It's like my technique was a little bit different, maybe, because I couldn't, you know, push off of this or rotate this the same way as normal. So, you know, that stuff was building up. And then, but like I say, you know, I feel better mentally. I feel way better physically. And I feel like I'm on the same page with our receivers and working in the right direction to getting back to, you know, playing really, really good football. But, you know, I can't remember who I was talking to last week, but, you know, I don't have any regrets for last season at all. You know, I gave absolutely everything I had with what I was, you know, dealing with. And, you know, I played as hard as I could and did everything I could. You know, I didn't slack mentally in the preparation for any game. And so I look back on that and feel good about what I put out there, honestly. The second drive of the third quarter of the Western Michigan game.
So pretty early, yeah.
Yeah, the whole season. Yeah, you know, I'm very motivated, and just like I do want to get back out there. I do want to show, you know, the player I am, because I feel like I'm a really good player. I know I am. I've done a lot of really good things, even last year. And you know, like you said, you know, people don't understand what's happening out there. People don't understand what's going on with each individual guy. And, you know, there were a lot of things that were not good last year, you know, on the whole team. And so we're focused on all those things and getting it better. And I feel better personally. And so it's going to be fun to get out there again and show what we got and who we are. I don't know if I can share. I don't know if I'm going to get, if that's.
Oh, you're healthy now, though, right?
If that's bad, yeah. But, I mean, there were, you know, I got sacked, and I was in a kind of compromised position, something that I had been dealing with the whole year until that point. It was finally better. And then, boom, it got crunched, and then it was, you know, a torn something, or partially. And then, you know, there was about 6 other things that happened after that. You know, the next week it was another thing. The next week it was another thing. The next week it felt like a cripple, and then, you know, on from there. So if I get in trouble for saying that, you know, so be it. But
we're talking upper body, lower body, doing something in hockey terms.
Yeah, the first 2 weeks. Well, the first week it was lower. The second week it was upper. The third week was both. And then from there, it was all different stuff. You know, I spent more time in the training room than I did the first 2 years combined, I think, working with Rod. And thank God for Rod, because he saved me. Oh, boy, catching cramp. That wasn't bad because your adrenaline gets going. So it's not like, oh, my God, you know. It's just like during the game, it's frustrating because you take off to go run. It's like, oh, I got this guy. Or like you pull a zone read, that's how it's easy. And then all of a sudden it's like having a flat tire. It's like I push the accelerator, I'm not going anywhere. And it's so frustrating because you like don't have what you are used to, your whole life you've had playing wise, and then you get tackled in the backfield and then you look like you're slow as all get out, and that's annoying. So that was last year. So I pray to God I don't have to worry about that this year. So far so good. So but yeah, you know, there was adrenaline going on the sideline. You work on different things, but there was times they've made me go in the tent a couple times, which was annoying. But I guess that's what they have to do. Yeah, it affects a lot of things. You know, when you can't like plant normally and rotate normally. That's a big difference, and so you have to compensate for that. You can't just go out there and not rotate or plant your foot in the ground, just kind of try to do what you normally do. So you have to make up for that doing other things, and so your technique is turned a little bit differently. And I'll say you're doing something you haven't done the whole year. Your technique's off a little bit, and so there's a little bit of inconsistency there, and it's frustrating, but that's what it is, and that's what you have to battle with. And everybody's banged up a little bit throughout the season, some way or some sort, but it definitely impacts it a little bit. You ask any quarterback, if you don't have this, or this, you're going to have to change something, or else it's not going to work. So that was that.